meaning the frequency, then the timing. Okay, you don't wait till they've forgotten about what you are saying well done about to say well done. You don't wait till you are prompted to say, oh, son or daughter, I love you. We miss you. We believe in you. We trust you. You don't wait. You don't wait for crisis, for it to be uh, some badge that you bring out at special occasions. No. If you make, I trust you. I know you can get this done. If you make it a regular, part of your speech in your communication with them, you get used to saying it. They get used to expecting it. They get used to being pumped up by such, encouragement. And not to get to hear, I love you, I trust you, I believe in you, might be might actually be the reason why your children might not or would not get to engage in behaviors that would, diminish that would make you not to be able to say this again. They want to please you. Okay, most of our children want to have good relationships with us parents. That's the truth. Okay, now sustaining it is the duty of both parties. Well, the parents have a larger role to play. You take the lead. It's what you do, they watch you. Love you, John. Oh, love you too, Dad. Yep, it goes with it. Okay, so it's not about, like I said, it's how often and when you make statements like, well, I love you, you can do this. I believe in you, okay? Well done. Good job. Awesome. We are proud of you. Children can't outgrow, never, no matter the age. They can't outgrow. When we say children, I'm children to my parents. They are no longer here. I wish they were here. There are times I do things I wish they were around to, you know, yeah, feel good about one thing or the other. And my dad felt good, he vocalized it. After a while, I'll come back to that story. Okay, I will come back to that. So children most times or often do not just want to know you care. They don't just want to know you care. They want to hear you say you care. They want to see you show you care regularly in your voice, in your actions. Yes, but most importantly, in your voice. Vocalize it, say it. Okay? Um, if children don't seem to hear certain responses from you, they are confused. They get to begin to ask questions like, what else do I have to do? I mean, nobody seems to bother whether I did well or I didn't do well, so why do I have to try? It might be a reason why they give up. At least I struggled. I did. Okay? I did struggle. I had a fairly good, cordial relationship with my father. And even at times when I wouldn't even have remembered it's my birthday, he would be the one who said birthday. If I'm at home, if I'm not at home, well, there were no mobile phones at the time, I would either get a visit at the hostel. I did a number of times. And I was surprised it was my birthday already. But that was probably where it was the birthday thing that was happy birthday or happy birthday, it's your birthday today. You know, I jumped, I ran, I kicked football, I played hockey, I did well in my exams. I would hand him the exam sheet and he would see the satisfaction, you would see him beaming, the smiles. But I didn't hear nothing. At some point, I was almost like, what's the need to keep trying? You know? I mean, what else do I have to do? So I went through secondary school, went to the university, did some postgraduate programs. Mind you, he attended all of those ceremonies. My dad would attend my inter-house sports, program in secondary school. He would attend prize giving, watch me collect whatever prize I had to collect, happy, take photographs with me, go home. At the university, the college, same thing. My matriculation was there, take photographs myself, my friends, graduation, same thing. I had nothing. Then I went for youth service. In Nigeria, when you finish college, university, you mandatorily do a national service for 1 year or thereabout. And my dad spent time sharing how the town or a part of Nigeria I was sent to do my youth services. People had said all sorts of crazy things about the place. Said, don't worry, I've been there. Don't just except for this, except for that, except for that. Even though, don't bother. So he calmed me down. So we were in that kind of communication relationship. So it wasn't as if, no, we were close. But I never had my son. I'm proud of you. He was always there. Then I arrived at youth service. We had finished our orientation. It was really about, it used to be a month before, I think so. I think it's like a week now, some few days now in Nigeria. It's not long. I think it's about 2 weeks now or so, the orientation service or program. Before, people are sent to where they to do their primary assignments for the remaining of the youth service year, in quotes. It's not up to a year anymore. I don't even think it was ever up to a year. It was one academic session, as it were. So then mails would arrive at the National Youth Service headquarters. And then, we periodically would go from our places of primary assignments to go check if we have mails. My dad would love to write. I love to write, love to reply. Send through the same means they take to the post office will deliver. So I went to the headquarters to check if I had a mail, and I actually had a mail from my dad. Of course, my dad had beautiful handwriting. And when I saw the envelope, I knew he was home. So I went home and I opened the excitement, when I wanted to hear everything because my dad would say everything that's happened since I've not been around from the last time he wrote or I wrote. That letter was heartbreaking in many ways. First, said, my son, uh, I have to say my condolences. We lost your grandmother. Wow, I was shattered. I wept like a baby. My grandmother, and the distance was so, and well, they had, even in the letter, he said they had buried her. I'm like, oh God, what? That was the first punch. I wept for days. I missed my grandmother. I was very close to my grandmother. I lived with her through school. Through school, if you read some of my books, you will read by my relationship with my grandmother and the things I picked from her. And my dad knew I was close with my grandmother. So unfortunately, we lost your grandmother and she's been buried. I was like, and then some other family information, this happened, that happened. And then he now, uh, my son, Remember the son of who you are. I knew you always worked hard. You always did your best. I am proud of you. Eh? You, after how many years? After what? I wept again. Sorry, don't worry. I'm for real. This is unfiltered. I wept again. You mean, what if? He said, well, you never joined a bad company. And I said, he's not vocalizing that he was satisfied with what I was doing was enough for me to say, okay, what's the heck? Go join whatever. But somehow, I was more focused on getting the things I wanted done, I was interested done, pump myself up. But after how many years after college, after the university, youth service, that's the first time I'm hearing my dad say, I'm proud of you. In a letter. So I'm not talking about something I don't know anything about. It punched me, but then at the same time, I felt good. At least he vocalized it. But again, my dad was always there physically, appreciated the things I didn't other ways, but never vocalized it. The first time, well, that was actually not vocalization, it was writing. He wrote it. At least I read it at some point. Unfortunately, some children never get to hear or read it. So please, I love you to your children, for your children can never be old fashioned. I'm proud of you. We are proud of you. Can never be old fashioned. It encourages, it inspires, it motivates. It will be a reason for them not to want to disappoint or fail you or fail themselves. Because they will always want to hear you say, I love you. I'm proud of you. We love you. We're proud of you. We believe in you. We know you can do this. You can get this done. When your parents tell you you got this, you can do this, you're not waiting to hear anybody else. You're even waiting to hear your own disappointing thought voices that are telling you, are you sure you can get this? My dad said, I can do this. That's all you need. And that's all I need. And that's all your children need sometimes, most times, all the time. Okay? So if your children seem unsure of those approvals, they get withdrawn. They get moody sometimes. You might not know why. That might just be why. I was there. I'm a grandfather now. So the same way, it's not about buying gifts and giving. Tell your children the same way you tell them you are disappointed about what they have not gotten right. Please say more. Wow, way to go. Good job. I'm proud of you. I love you. We'll miss you. You are leaving home, we're going to miss you. You call on the phone, we're missing you here at home. We love you. They will remember this. Okay? So let's try to itemize this, and why it makes sense to, you know, communicate with your children, but in ways that tell them that, you know, you are comfortable with their conduct. You're proud of their conduct. You love their person. It doesn't care. Sorry, it doesn't matter whoever them love them. I love you. That they say my head is like, oh, look, your head is oblong, right? Good. That person's head cannot be round and not be oblong at the same time, right? No. It's your beautiful head. Don't worry. You can't have your own and have his own. Your is unique to you. I had a cousin who used to say that They're making fun of me. They say I'm too fat. I'm like, look, that person who maybe that person who says you're too fat, what does that person say? It just looks like boom. I said, fine, there you go. But I said, no, don't abuse anybody. Don't compare anybody to, don't use foul language, okay? But that person can be thin, slim, and be like you at the same time. So it's you that need to enjoy who you are. Forget other people. They can't wear their own size of clothes and wear your own size at the same time. No, they wear their own size, wear your own size. I'm not advertising obesity by any means here, but I'm saying we should help our children to love themselves by vocalizing our own appreciation of that person. Point out things that they have to do to get certain things better, if that's what you mean by better, if that's what better means for you, your family, and the child. Agree on what steps to take. But then, son, daughter, we love you. Okay? The lack of that appreciation is what leads some children into some gangs, into some groups where they are appreciated, where they feel appreciated. Okay? So, what do we do? Say the things they need to hear and you need to say. Children cannot outgrow. I'm repeating it. Children cannot outgrow. We love you. We are proud of you. I love you. I'm proud of you. They cannot go there. Two, never let love be assumed. Never let them assume that you care about them. Vocalize it. Okay? Vocalize it. Don't say they should know because you give them things. Okay, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to give them things. Yeah, feed them, house them, clothe them, buy them gift maybe. So yeah, you're supposed to do that as parents. Okay? But there's something else you're supposed to do. Vocalize their appreciation of their conduct. Okay? Pump them up. Speak both with your presence and your voice. My dad spoke with his presence. He didn't speak with his voice until he spoke with his pen. I was in my, mid-20s. Well, not late. Late means you're talking of 28, 29. No, I was in my mid-20s for you chaps. That's how long it took for me to hear, I am proud of you for the first time. No, not here, read. Okay? Correct myself, read. All right? So I had to reproduce that letter in the talk therapy. I reproduced that letter from my dad in that book, in this particular chapter on assurance. They need to hear you. Don't reserve it. A whole lot of things could have gone wrong but before the time I went for you. A whole, I'm just imagining, oh, there are so many things could have gone wrong. Had all the chances to have gone wrong. It's just some personal determination. No, that's not what I want. I want to graduate. I want to, this is what I want to do. It's not everyone that will be that determined. We don't know who would not be. So don't leave that crack open for your children to fall into. Okay? Patch up everything. Vocalize I repeat again here. Assurance begets assurance, closeness, self-confidence, and determination by your child not to disappoint you. Because they want to keep hearing, we love you, we are proud of you. What am I going to tell my dad now? It's not Ken. It's not, it is breaking that bond, that confidence. Not to break it will be what might make some of your children say, no, and no, I'm not going to be part of this. How would I? Some mothers, just barely looking at their children, especially at their girl children, they know that something is wrong. Say, come, what, come. What happened? Hey, Mom, nothing. No, that's not how you look at me before. Why are you removing you? See, I've been watching you. Mothers, so raise your hand if I'm saying the truth. Go in the comment section and say so. You know when certain things are going wrong and they're embarrassed. They are ashamed. They've not told you anything. But if you don't have a communication relationship with them, you don't even notice them, you don't even check anything. We are not even aware of anything. You won't know. And the boy, the girl will go on with their life and say, well, they don't even care. Okay? Let your feedback build. Let it not break. The feedback break. Your feedback that says we care about you, we trust you, we believe in you, we build, we will not break. Well, we know you will not, we knew nothing was going to come out of that whole exercise. You're breaking. That's not what you should say as parents. You're not reassuring. You're damaging. Okay? You should not do that. Repeat those things as often as possible. Repeat what matters most. Repeat, I love you. We care about you. We're proud of you. You can get this done. Keep repeating it. Don't be tired. They won't be tired of hearing it. You got this? Mom, I know. That you got this, Peter. Yes, I know that. I know. I got your back. I know that. It's not saying it offhandishly. No, he meant it. No, he knows. It's part of the tools and the things in his toolkits for coping with third parties, with peer pressure, and other societal pressures out there. Okay? So, encouragement loses nothing in repetition. Not at all. Repeat those encouraging sentences, statements as often as possible. Don't be tired. Your children will never be tired of hearing them. Most importantly, vocalize your appreciation. Vocalize your appreciation. Don't assume they know. When you vocalize their appreciation about their conduct, about their behavior, they will vocalize their own appreciation about the support system you also built around them. You hear that, thank you so much. What would I have done without you? You hear those. You will hear those. Okay? So, at this point, we're going to, well, I've seen community members have started saying it, but previous episodes, we've spent so much time almost like immediately going into taking comments and questions from community members. And somehow we didn't go into details about the issues that we should focus on the episode. We've done that today. And of course, you also have the video with details, all that I've said here and more. Okay? Produced it to suit this particular episode and this particular chapter of the book. Okay, a community member here say, no, I think what we should do is let's play the video. I think that's let's take a break here. Okay, we will play the video. When we return, then we'll take contributions and comments from community members. Okay, don't go away. Thank you.
Dear parents, stay with this, watch, and listen to the end, because your children may not be asking for more, they may just be asking for words. Assurance is not about how much you give, it is about what you say, and how often and when you make statements like, I love you, you can do this, we believe in you, well done, good job, awesome, we are proud of you. Children do not just want to know you care, they want to hear it in your voice clearly and regularly. If your children seem unsure, withdrawn, or constantly looking confused, this may be what their hearts and heads are missing. Here is how to bring security through your words. 1. Say the things they need to hear, and you need to say. Children do not outgrow. We love you. I'm proud of you. This builds confidence and emotional safety. 2. Never let love be assumed. Saying they should know is not enough. Expressing it often helps them feel seen, appreciated, heard, and valued. 3. Speak both with your presence and your voice. As Dr. Richie Adewusi writes in The Talk Therapy, assurance begets assurance, closeness, self-confidence, and determination by your child not to disappoint you. This creates a foundation they would carry into adulthood. 4. Let your feedback build, not break. Correct with care, not comparison. This keeps the door of communication open. 5. Repeat what matters most. Encouragement loses nothing in repetition. Your words will echo in their hearts for years to come, and the risk of not hearing you commend them might just be the reason for them not engaging in behaviors that are not in consonance with your cultural, traditional, family, or ethical beliefs and values. You do not need perfect speeches, just consistent, heartfelt words. That is how you affirm your children beyond gifts and good intentions. Share this with parents who need to give their children assurance. Comment, like, follow, and subscribe to the #Slow Parenting Podcast for more insightful parenting videos. Not just hacks, but heart.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Okay, so yeah, I hope you found the video useful. Please, you can watch it anytime. If outside of the stream, outside of the podcast, you could have it downloaded from YouTube channel. You could share. Please share generously. Okay, don't keep a good thing to yourself. All right. And at this point, also, I'd like to appeal to us, encourage us, those of us who have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe, okay? If you have, thank you so very much. Please encourage your friends to subscribe also, join us on the live stream, or just go to the YouTube channel and view previous videos on slow parenting. If you have done that already, thank you. If you haven't, please do so. And do send us your comments. You can send us emails. The email address you can find at the end of the program, the YouTube channel, you'll find our email address. You could send a direct email to me for any parenting issues, and then you can be sure we'll respond, okay? Thank you so very much. Let's get into the community member engagements now. He said, you said that children, this one says, you said that children don't outgrow hearing I love you and I'm proud of you. Is there a difference in how these affirmations should be said at different stages of children's life? They mean the same thing every time. Yeah, they mean the same. I love you from a parent is not the same I love you from your wife or your husband or your partner. I hope you understand that. Okay? So you are not looking for some other additions to the I love you from your parents. Okay? That they vocalize it says a lot. Okay? And we've said already, it can't be too much. Children cannot outgrow it. I did say at the top of the program that I wish my parents were still alive to tell me I love you. Of course, my dad, after that letter, and when I traveled home down south from the north, I served in the north, and I said, Dad, you wrote this? He said, yes. I'm like, we had a nice conversation about it. But since then, he stayed with vocalizing. I started my company. It was like, wow, you really mean this. Wow, this is good. I started my magazine. I had, wow, well done. This is so good. From then, so we can also challenge, but not in some confrontational ways. Okay? You have children who say, but Dad, I feel like there's nothing I can do to please you. I said, no, why are you saying that? But you never say it. Oh, really? Don't take an offense when you have a child that saves you the pain of where did I go wrong? You went wrong since. If you have a child that points it out to you, nicely, I say, Dad, what would I do to please you? Why are you saying that? I'm pleased with what you are doing. But you never said how. But I do this. No, Dad, you never said. Apologize quickly. And then get to it. My dad did. Okay? Now, The second one here says, when you tell kids I love you, how do we make sure they believe it and don't just take it something we say? It's not routine. So when we say don't, you can't say it enough. It's not routine. There are times going to sleep, I love you, leaving home. It's not every corner of the house when you meet your child, I love you. It goes from the couch, it goes to the I love you. No, that's not. Okay. Your children are leaving home to go to school in the morning. Okay, bye-bye. Have a nice day at school. I love you. Yeah. That's nothing to prove. It's real. They're going to sleep at night. You go into their bedrooms and peck, peck. I love you, hug, hug, cuddle, cuddle. You go. Yes, they are traveling or you are traveling. You're going leaving for work. They're at home. Yeah. Okay. You could use landmark or daily routine events to, mark your periods of exchanging or vocalizing or affirming your care or your feeling for your children. Okay. Like I said, it's not that you are home in every corner. I love you. It will become joke. It shouldn't be a joke. It's not a joke. Okay. Um, Another one here says, can offering praise to your children, even when they experience failure, cause lack of determination? The answer is no. Okay. The result says failure. The result did not say no attempts. So that the child attempted the examination deserves encouragement, deserves appreciation. When you start from appreciation, then you can then visit, you know, I know this doesn't, the child didn't want to fail to start with. Let's understand that. Okay? So you can now have that discussion. I know you didn't plan to fail this, but can you tell me what happened? No. She will share, I did everything I can. How did you do it? You discuss it. You look at where you could help. You look at things that you might point and I say, oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, I didn't. Yeah. But if you use anger, I know you are never going to pass. The child will give up. Why do I have to bother since you already know I will not pass? But that also is also the child is not thinking clearly too, because you don't pass. How exactly? Okay, he's paying the fees now, or she's paying the fees now, or they are paying the fees now. But you have your own life to live eventually. There's a time, there will come a time that you would have outgrown their having to pay your fees. So you also know you owe yourself a responsibility to do well in the things you have, enlisted to do. School, vocation, whatever. You first and foremost, it's to make yourself better. And as parents, point that out to your children. It's not about you, person. Do you feel good about this? The result? No, Dad, of course not. Okay. Now, let's look at it. Let's see what went wrong. Let's see how we can fix this. You discuss it. But first, well done. You did. Some children did not write the exam. Some children will not show up. They will disappear from school during exam time. I knew people like that. Yeah? Even at the college, even at the university, some students would choose to make trouble so the exams don't hold. Yes. Okay. There are people like that. So let's encourage our children. So this issue of even when they fail, it's not encouraging, it's not validating failure. No, it's reviewing performance. You review the performance that led to that result. Okay? The child has just learned how not to do it. Okay? So you are now to help the child to learn how to do things that he or she needed to do to pass the exam. You help, you support, you encourage. Okay. How do we know if our words of encouragement are truly sinking or bouncing off? What signs should we look for? That's easy. Your words of encouragement should should bring back more fruits, more results, more positive results. You will see it. You will see your child running to you excitedly, with the report cards. You will see it in their relationship with you. Okay? When they feel withdrawn, when they feel moody, when they want to isolate themselves, if you already are in this kind of a communication relationship where it's well done, we're proud of you, and the child comes back from school and goes into his or her room or their room, jams the door, you should know something is wrong. Yeah, you should know something is wrong. And then you need to address it. Okay? All comes from building, validating your children's behavior, appreciating your children's behavior, vocalizing your appreciation. Okay? Becomes the oil with which consume your bonding with them. And they will do everything possible to sustain that lubrication. They will try not to do things that would cause you to say something other than, I'm proud of you. I love you. That's what we're saying here. If you don't say it, somebody else is saying it to them outside, they are most likely going to gravitate towards that person. And you wonder what is happening. You wonder what is wrong. You wonder why your child prefers not to come home from school but go off with a friend. You wonder why some children run away from home. But like we've said, those are not the only reasons. There are children that regardless of what you vocalize, what you say, they will take the left turn. And no matter how those, there's this comedy we used to watch in the 80s, early 90s. Some others do have them. This one, some families, all families have them, such individuals. If you look around your own family, you will see that particular individual that everything was laid out for him or her to improve, but then he just decides not to, and then goes and wondering, people wonder what happened. How did this happen? Well, there are individuals, you do your bit. There are children, you just do your bit as parents. Like we said two episodes ago, be mindful of your mental health. Telling your children, I love you, I care about you, I'm proud of you. Okay? Validates even your own mental health too. You feel good about your children. You feel good about their conduct. They feel good about their conduct, the results of their conduct that you see. They continue to at least make you happy as far as they are concerned. Other things might be happening around you, but when you remember them, you see reasons to continue, to fight on. But when that side, the children, what comes are rotten eggs and tomatoes, you go out there, what comes is, you feel like, okay, what? People sink into depression, people sink into all sorts of things. The health conditions are affected, impacted, and there are problems. We don't want those. Okay? So, okay, we have a last one here. Okay, and this is the last one we're going to take. I know we started this episode there, but 30 minutes late, but then we still have to link in to the next thing we're doing at the top of the hour. Okay, what's the difference between praise that builds children's character versus praise that just boosts their ego? You don't tell a child he's done something well if he has not done it well. But there's a difference between discussing why that thing was not done well, or how come that thing was not done, or why that, whatever it is, might not have been done well. There's a difference between that and deriding the child. You never get anything right. No, no. Come, well, did you like this result? No, Daddy. What went wrong? You discuss it. That's not the same thing as, what kind of rubbish result is this? Is this what I'm paying for? Is this what? They're two different things. Okay? The same way, coming back to this question now. Oh, well done. Don't worry. Don't bother. No, the teacher, when I looked at those questions, I'm like, they are too hard. You can't, you're priming your children to fail. They're actually parents like that. They will go and fight the teacher. Why did you fail my child? So it's not your child's issue that maybe you didn't study or didn't pay attention. It's the teacher's fault for not giving, okay? That's praise, through the back door, that doesn't build anything but ego. That doesn't build anything but shifting the blame, not, self-searching and improve, looking for ways to improve on individual personal conduct. Okay? Well done. We're proud of you. Good job. Good job has to be good job. You cannot score 25 over 100 and say good job. No. That you didn't say good job does not mean you should say what kind of nonsense result is. No. Commend the child. That's a commendation for, well, you took the exams. But now let the child be the one to answer you, evaluate, and then give you a response. Are you satisfied with your result? Of course you will hear no. Then what happened? How did we arrive here? The child will share some things. You also calmly evaluate the thing that the child, or the things that the child would put out. Some you might recognize that maybe there was a time the child was saying, if I don't go to school early today, I will miss one test. And maybe because you couldn't take whatever happened, the child couldn't go, and they did that test. And they subtracted the mark from that test for the exam, and they impacted on the result. Okay, wow, oh, wow, okay, all right. You note if you have any role to play, any part to play in what led there. If you didn't, you paid your school fees on time, you bought the books, you engaged homework and all of that, and yet the result is not. Let the child now tell you his or her own version of why we arrive at the result sheet that you have. And then engage again, discuss the way forward, and agree. When you not agree, it's after you have analyzed and interrogated and now plotted a new graph, new routes to arrive at the villa called success, that you now say, okay, did we get it? Can we get this? Oh, come on, no, you can do this. You can do this. Yep. That's not, remember, you didn't say you can do this because it's got 25%. You said you can do this because you have now looked at ways that child could now do better. And you've analyzed it, you've agreed, you've discussed it, say, yes, I know you can do this. I'm proud of you. You're not proud of the child for scoring 25%. You're proud of the child because 25% is not the end of that child's academic life. They're two different things. We must be there to know the difference in building and tearing down. Okay? But thank you all for the questions and the comments. Okay? And any ones that we are not able to take here will respond on the channel or at the social media handles where the questions or comments would have been left. So thank you so very much for being part of our show today. Please, please, please subscribe to the Slow Parenting podcast channel on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, please. invite your friends to subscribe, share this video, and then they pre-produced video within the program that we played back for you earlier. It's standalone. You can get it from the same channel, and you can share with your friends, your family, and your colleagues. Okay, thank you so very much. I look forward to seeing you next episode when we'll be discussing the L that's in the top, which is listening. Okay, thank you. Be good. Catch you in the next episode of the Slow Parenting Podcast. My name is still Richard. They will see it will happen again next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, US and Canada, and 7 p.m. West African Time, including Nigeria. Till then, bye-bye.